Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale so deep that then you can feel if there's stuff in your lungs. And then you clear it free. Exhale everything. Pull your belly up and in. Feel what it's like to push all the stale air out. Inhale. Know that you are oxygenating the cells in your body, and there's good work being done as you repair any type of damage there is to the DNA or cellular structures. And then there's upgrades that are done, that you do epigenetically with your mind. In order to do these upgrades, we cannot be available for selling out. Cannot be available for anything that tells us that we cannot have what we want. That we don't get to receive. And that there's systems that are based off of merit. And that our universal needs, how we feel, that what's happening in our body and our life, that doesn't matter according to merit-based systems. That's called a doomlala. We don't want that. A doomlala pretends to be good because it's like la 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 la. No, I don't want a doomlala. Doomlala is like, oh, just do everything the way that we say. And if you do what we say to do with your babies and with your children, and then children, you do what we say, and there's good and a bad and a right or a wrong, and you don't want to be wrong and you don't want to be bad, you want to be good and you want to be right. This dualistic mind is called domination. And dualism means that then we're going to evaluate, think, strategize, demand, threaten, punish, reward. And it doesn't just happen in one area. We won't just use it with like these others that we have to control. We'll use it with our interpersonal, our close and intimate relationships, the relationship we have with nature, even the relationship we have with our body. Evaluating, thinking, demanding, threatening, punishing, rewarding. How many of us punish our body? Oh, you didn't go to bed on time? Well, get up. Suck it up. You didn't go to bed on time. You're not going to get to have rest. What? How dare you punish your beautiful, glorious body that loves you so much? Instead of dualism and domination and dulala, we want to dooba-dooba. A dooba-dooba is so simple. That's why it's called a dooba-dooba. And I identified 3 things that we should pay attention to in order to be unconditionally dooba-doodle-ing. If you want to be dooba-doodling, which means witnessing all of life with unconditional love and care for all of life, making decisions to benefit all of life. 3 things you gotta pay attention to. Number 1, we want to have a vocabulary for body sensations. Number 2, we want to have a vocabulary for feelings, the energies in motion that move around our body, our biofield. Those are called emotions, energies in motion. The third thing that I want you to pay attention to is I want you to have a vocabulary list So Madumanus know their universal needs. We're gonna have a global liberation. We're never, ever gonna be available to be taken over ever again. Domination systems, they love to conquer. Oh yes, they love to force and control. Domination systems love to be spooky. They love creating fear and chaos. So then, like little sheep, we run to them, not knowing that it's a wolf licking its lips saying, "Yeah, little sheep, get over here." And then we give our power away and allow other light beings, superheroes who are very loving. We witness them as they hurt the big mama. That's what I call planet Earth. We watch as all of our brothers and sisters on Earth, in the ocean, in the sky, in the dirt, we watch as they suffer and die. And it's like boop, a boop on the nose. Dun 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 dun. Captain Planet, unite. And we do unite. We rise. We give each other head scratches. Oh, you're so cute. Of course you were really violent. Oh, of course you wanted to be so angry. And of course you wanted to kill and hurt. You needed some empathy and love. You needed more joy and inspiration. You needed more unconditional love and belonging, and trust and truth and transparency and making sense of your world. Yeah, you were sick and tired of being lied to by your government and having information and technology not be free and being kept away from us so that we're kept in some sort of a stone age that's more like a hell on earth because all the plants and animals are killed and controlled, and then we are put into schools to program us to salute and honor and have all of this pride for being controlled because our country, we get to have all this freedom and other people don't get to have it, and we're so lucky. And aren't we lucky? And oh yeah, we have all these people protecting us and the great leaders, and oh, it's us who choose them. These are lies that we are fed. We're told that we're not gods. We're told we have to. That we have to earn, we have to prove, we have to pay. We're told we're not gods. We're told that we're not supposed to go worship. We're told we're not supposed to touch, that we're supposed to question touch. Men act very unnatural in domination systems. They get all disgusting and creepy and lusty. Women and children are the most likely to get victimized by these men. I love men. In a world of wonder and spontaneity, the way it's supposed to be, without all the force and control of domination systems. It's 444, by the way. In a world of freedom, positivity, and unconditional love, when we are all free, men have so much free time, and they choose to use it to wrestle each other. They don't hurt one another. That's not how the game ends. The game ends with them hugging and kissing and laughing. And it's not sensual or sexual, because in a twisted world, men become gay and violent and brutalize each other. And when they fight, they hurt each other. And they start wars and claim territories and don't consider life. They forget their path. In a world of domination, men don't know that in the world of love and trust, remember I told you about how we have body sensations, feelings, needs? Yeah, okay. The opposite of domination is partnership. We will speak a new language, not of evaluating, thinking, strategizing, demanding, threatening, punishing, rewarding. Living in a world that emerges in scarcity, operates in separation, and what results is lack of our meaning and purpose, leaving us feeling helpless and powerless. In the new world, the world will emerge in abundance, flow, affection, and unconditional love. The world will operate in togetherness and a benefit of all of life. Booping each other on the nose day and night. And what will result is power with each other, a more beautiful world that our hearts know is possible. This is not a utopia, because when we are free, we don't have safety, because we get to be free, which means now we got to be street smart. Now we got to know about nature. Now we got to know how to be with nature. Now we must know about the plants. Can't just eat all these plants. Got to know which ones are food. We want our food to be biodiversified and mixed in with other plants that are poisonous and not food. We don't want to separate our food and have it only grow with food that hurts us. We don't want to put all of the same kind of animal together and make it so the animals that we eat never know the love of a mother. That hurts us. And I mean, I don't have to tell, some people don't believe that animals have feelings. Like, come on, you guys. So it's like, at this point, it's like, in order for me to, if I start talking about animals, I might lose a big percentage of you guys. Which is why I'm sticking to like our own lifestyle. How are we going to blast off? How are we going to not be available for the quid pro quo because it makes us sick, suffer, and feel hopeless? And we are not hopeless. We're powerful, empowered together. We live in a world of abundance as soon as we say we do. And how many of you are sitting? I just popped my neck out. It felt so good. So you get straighten one leg and bring the other foot in. And then now I can open my hips. It's not quite as intense as both legs being open. And if I interlace my fingers at the nape of my neck, I could enjoy a gorgeous decompression of all the way to my thoracic spine, to the occipital lobe, so that from my skull down through my neck to the center of my spine, I get to have a beautiful pop out. Sometimes I like to lay on the wood floor. The Chinese and Asian cultures will lie on the wood. And if we're sleeping on soft beds, we're gonna not have backs that feel amazing. It's important to hang upside down. They have these gravity boots and on Amazon for like $20-30. They strap around your ankle and they have hooks. You just take them to your local gym, take them to your local YMCA. A lot of parks and beaches have gymnastics bars or pull-up bars. Just hook it right on there. Hang upside down. So good for you. Go with a friend. Have them pull you apart. In fact, let's start to do everything in a squad. The only reason why we're always separated is because we've sold out into a market economy. We cannot be available for a market economy anymore. It's hurting us. The longer we sell out and make our gifts and talents for sale, the longer we're going to miss our purpose. We're beings of light. The other animals, the other creatures, they're waiting for us. They're waiting for us to snuggle them. It is not true. We were told lies that we're supposed to be separate from nature. Things like, don't interfere. See, I don't even want a pillow. I just want to lay on the wood. I guess I don't want my hair, even though our floors are really clean, I don't want my hair on the floor. Our new world, we're going to wake up and we're going to do something called flow strokes. We'll climb on each other's body, and the first thing we'll do in the morning is say things to each other like, and the other one will go, and we will make gibberish sounds to each other. It will flood our body with oxytocin. My little dooba-doodles. I know you like that. I know that you want to have gibberish and affection. There will be little babies and toddlers climbing all over us. They won't be ours either. They'll be from our tribe. And they'll be like all different animal species. Sometimes like lion cubs and baby rhinos. Have you ever been woken up by a baby rhino? Oh man, do they want to snuggle in the morning. Baby hippos are even worse. Come over. Boy, are they relentless with snuggles. So I was doing some research and, I saw a lot of animals snuggling. And I did some research on some bugs. And, whoa, there was like this spider who, just it had to go all over with this human. Really loved this human. And then it would have its whole schedule. It would like go, eat a bug and spin a web and jump and dance, and then it would go find its human. And it was doing this every day. A lot of humans, I was doing research, they're finding bugs in their home and they're awestruck. They can't believe it. They're like, oh, look at you. And typically the humans will see cockroaches. They'll be like, oh, cockroaches. Like, it's always nice to make new friends. But I'm going to be putting some essential oil. And I know that that's not really your guys' thing. So I love and release you. And then you just take the essential oil and you go, la 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 la. And you do the essential oils. Then they're gone. The cockroaches leave that night. I had some cockroach friends once. I moved into a new place and I was subletting my friend Phoenix's place. And he gave me his apartment. I was supposed to take a lease. And there's all these cockroaches. And by the way, I had no intention on paying the rent. It was at a time of COVID when you could write in and the government would pay all the rent back for you. So that was really nice. And his rent got paid back. And the cockroaches, when I got there, I was very hesitant. They had been living there for a long time with Phoenix. I didn't want them to think that there was something wrong with them, and I didn't like them. And I loved them because I was exercising my heart muscle, especially during that time, to be unconditionally loving. When I saw the cockroaches, I was also so grateful to even have a home, that I was fine sharing my home with them. I think it was like the third or fourth day. I was with the same man for 4 or 5 years, Joseph Schimmel. And he spent the night, and there was a giant cockroach in our bed. And he got really upset. So that night he was really upset. So I said, okay, you guys heard him. All of you heard him. And then that's what I said. I said, now I know you guys don't like this essential oil stuff, because I was trying not to get it near them. I knew they didn't like it. I was like, but I'm gonna have to do a full love engulf. And I love and release you guys. I know you guys are not gonna want to be here for it. And I don't want you here. I love and release you. And I was very kind and loving. I used the least force and control. And I opened the door and I danced around and I was like, ah, la, 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 la. Cockroaches, even are lovable. I sang a beautiful song. And the next morning they were gone. And my little friend, my cockroach friend who was hiding behind, he was not hiding, he was my friend, but he didn't budge for days. And he was hanging out behind this light. It was like a little mini bathroom light that would turn on in the dark. It would sense when it was dark, and then it would turn on, and he liked that little night light. Well, he moved quick that night, and it was the least force and control and the most love and care. He could feel my care and kindness. So he left. If our friends ask us nicely, don't we want to make their life more wonderful because they're asking us so nicely? And we could tell they love us and care. So, just as my research showed me, my prediction was correct. The humans are getting very loving. Yes. There was humans loving every single kind of bug and snuggling every single kind of bug. And I don't like cages, so I like animals to be free and wild because that means the relationship is earned. And I like relationships that are earned with trust, truth, and transparency, and not using the most force and control, but the least force and control and the most love, care, and kindness, and the most freedom. And those relationships are truly magical. And I will show you my research. There's fish and sharks and eel, every kind of animal you could think of. They'll create a bond with a human or with another animal. And when they see each other, they can't wait. They have to run to each other. If you're in the ocean, of course, you're swimming, and you just dart over as quick as you can because you cannot wait to snuggle. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Look at you. I love you so much. I love you so much. That's what happens. Think about that. Think about how lovable that is. Think about how lovable you are. Think about how lovable those animals and creatures are. And how snuggly everyone is. Can you imagine how snuggly and lovable and loving bugs are? And how many of us had enemy imaging and false stories telling us that nature and animals are less than or don't have feelings, don't have the same emotions and needs and body sensations, and that they don't have the same wisdom. It's absolutely preposterous. They have the same body sensations, feelings, needs, and wisdom. And I've watched them. They have an intelligence. The way they lean in and snuggle, and the purity. They are evolved like children. And it's because they use the least amount of force and control. What will that look like when our new world emerges and we use the most love, care, and kindness, and the least force and control? How will that look? It's going to be a doobadoo. Well, it's 5 a.m. So I think I'm going to go wake up. I'm going to go wake up King Big Ben. This time. And I love you guys. Think about how lovable you are. Remember that your heart's a muscle. Those that are difficult to love, just try and find exactly what they're doing that you're doing too. And you will be able to find it. So if they're doing something, just replace them with you. Be like, I do, and you'll be able to find it. You'll be able to finish the sentence. All right? And just think about how lovable that is, because anything that you love up, you will become a wise master. You will be creative and conscious. Be able to Be the creator of your reality, manifesting whatever your brilliance concocts of what will make life even more wonderful. And your needs will be very well met in truth, abundance, and accompaniment. Go get your tribe. Don't sell out to market economy, and please help me free all